Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Super Bowl Sunday. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets versus Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, safe to say it has been a long time since we talked about the Jets in the Super Bowl. You have to go back to Joe Namath in Super Bowl III to find their last involvement in this game.
And Brandon, when I go back through the recesses of my mind, when Joe Namath was running off the field, Super Bowl III, forget it. I'm not counting up those years. Let's just say it's been a long time. And there's Jets fans who stuck around through it all, and what a night this could be if they can finish off what they've set out to do.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, it might be a state holiday in Michigan tomorrow if they can pull this one off. Their first ever Super Bowl appearance as they try to win their first NFL title since 1957.
Oh, I love how you announce. I love how you like to govern as well. A state holiday? Absolutely if they pull this one off. And remember, this team trying to win, as you said, their first title since 1957. If they pull this off, it officially buries the Bobby Lane curse.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on Media Day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And Goff going to look to throw right away. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Solomon Thomas, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. There's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. Now inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. In motion left comes Williams. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now third down and 6 to go.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Montgomery will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of the game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire first quarter as well. Great work up front, clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give now to Abanikanda. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. This a 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now it's gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. St. Brown motioning left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Goff on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the 2nd half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. Oh, he shifts past him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So two words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. From the 4, this is second down and 1. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Goff. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Hall again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.